Hello everyone, bonjour tout le monde, Jean-Guy Bourguignon on EFA27 on this April 24th. Today I want to talk about the shift in the system. On this fantastic Friday, right? On this fantastic Friday, this is day 5 of 7. I always call it day 5 of 7. Fridays to me has a great energy. It's an energetic day. Saturday's a warm day. Sunday's an odd day. Monday's a day. Right? There's different energies. I find there's different energy on different days. And fantastic Friday to me, it's a good energy Friday. And those that know me know that I'm an optimist. Know that I'm a realist. Very practical. That sometimes gets frustrated like anybody else, or often will engage in conversation. And today I want to talk about the shift in the system. Have you felt the shift in their system? There's been a shift. There's been a big shift in all systems, right? Have you felt that shift yet? And then when I look at that shift, I want to look at the optimism part of that shift, because there's a lot of negative to the shift, right? There's a lot of, and I've talked about this in previous EFAs, but I want to stay positive on Fantastic Friday here. I want to look at the positive shifts, because there is some positives that's come out of this. A lot of the negatives right now are the businesses and commercial spaces and everything that's getting affected right now. All these people staying at home and operations slowing down. When I talk about slowing down, I'm one of those essential services, one of the companies I share with my partner, and just ordering materials. Like the materials in the store, I ordered it on Monday, 48-hour turnaround time. And 2, 3, 4 days, 5 days, you call them, oh, you can come pick it up tomorrow, and that kind of stuff. Like 4 or 5 days, like it's in your store. It's in your store. When I drive there, there's 22 people in the parking lot just standing there. Like, what's going on, right? So those kind of stuff. It reminds me of the old consumers distributing days. You know, I speak as a 54-year-old man, but that's how it used to be. You used to go up to a counter and fill up your little boxes, give them the paperwork, the slip. They would either tell you when it's going to come in, when it's going to be available, or you get a notification that it's aired there, or if they had it in stock, you have to go to a counter and they would bring it to you. You wouldn't be walking around anywhere. That's how it was in those days. I still remember that. And there was a lot of structures to those kind of structures back then. And now with social media and online shopping, I was talking to a gentleman yesterday, a good friend of mine, same thing. He goes, I'm one of those guys. I'm on social media now. I'm ordering. I used to never order online. Now I'm doing it. I'm loving it, right? Shifts. A lot of shifts are happening, right? And the other shift that I want to get into is the structure, the respect in our systems, right? The proof is in the pudding right now. The proof is in the pudding. You go to look at any countries. There's countries that didn't even have the strict measures that we did, but the COVID-19 cases are less of the average others. Why is that? And then you start looking at, and I've talked about other countries, how their systems are better in place, that kind of stuff, but they have structures in respect of the systems, right? Respect of the governing bodies. And I know you're going to get arguments out there, well, we don't respect this, we don't respect that. There's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't respect a lot of governing bodies. At the end of the day, and when I always used to tell my daughters, I don't vote for the person. I vote for the platform. I vote for the party. I vote for their structure, right? So the same thing applies for your governance, for your governing bodies, your law enforcement. There's law enforcement out there that should be weeded out. I completely agree with you. Your municipal, your federal, your provincials, your global. There's a lot of law enforcement that should be weeded out, but there's, on average, the integrity, the fabric of the law enforcement, it's a good thing. The governance of the governing body of a country is a good thing. The people that run the top that needs to get replaced, and the world proves that. Right? But societies, the proof in the pudding societies that have done much better are those that have not only the government on top, the grassroots, the respect for the systems, the ones that kept their distances. They kept stores open, some societies. They kept business as usual. Your Swedens, your North Koreas. Look at societies like Japan that have a respect of each other's space naturally. They don't need government to tell them that. It's part of their DNA, their fabric, their society, their upbringing, their teachings, respecting other people's properties, respecting other people's. I come from that generation, literally. When I say when I was a kid, like going out till midnight and one of them, that wasn't. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. Like staying out late and that kind of stuff. And then you would get yelled at by parents who would disappear and that kind of stuff. But we would be always gone or walking around or doors unlocked and that kind of stuff. That was a generation back. Was there crimes? Was there all this? Absolutely. But there was a sense of respect. There was a sense of respect. And even though I came from the hood, there was still a sense of respect. Was there thefts? Not absolutely. But there was still a sense of respect, right? And then over the years, depending on societies, some societies, you can leave a wallet on a kitchen table and come back 10 days later and it still be on that kitchen table at a restaurant. It'll still be there, like or it'll be given to the owner, or it'll be returned to you, right? And that's just a natural fabric on average in that society. Then you got other societies that, please stay home, stay away. 100,000 people are partying on the beach today, right? And like those other societies that I'm talking about, structured and good routines, and kept their stores open, and still kept the COVID-19 cases down. They didn't have the 100,000 people are partying on the beach today. They didn't have any of that. It's the other societies, the ones that don't respect their government, that don't respect their system. And then you look at social media. Social media is a virus itself. There's a lot of great things that come out of social media, fantastic things that come out of social media. Like I talked about cannabinoid therapy, on education, on health, on just on communication, on socializing, on staying connected with someone. Just running businesses right now. Everybody's shifting to running businesses online, right? I was talking to a peer yesterday that he's one of those individuals that would never order online. Now he would always go into a store, and I used to reverse. He goes, I love ordering online. Oh, that shift. We talked about that shift. So that there's a lot of good things that come out of social media and internet, etc. But there's a lot of misinformation, which is the real virus. If you're going to give a vaccine to something, it's that. If you're going to give a vaccine to something, it's the real virus in social media. There's a virus in social media that needs to be addressed, like drinking of a sanitizer. Like, think about that. That's out there. There's actually people that have passed away, or poison, or hospitals, that kind of stuff, drinking sanitizer. The increase in drinking of alcohol, thinking it's going to get rid of it. More bourbon, please. But that's misinformation. Like, why would somebody drink sanitizer? Think about that for a second, right? Why would anybody in their right mind drink sanitizer? It's when you're growing up in school, and upbringing and surrounding and foundation and good parenting and good schooling and good education and social skills, right? Either you don't have that, or you got misinformation somewhere, right? So then that's what I'm talking about: the misinformation, the different doctrines, the different structures out there, the different purposes or agendas, right? Whether it's from government, from religion, from cultures, from organizations that just have big budgets to put out a message. There's some misinformation out there, and that is where I understand a lot of these big organizations that want to control the message. But at what limit do they control the message? Who's the governing body? Who's the law? So you're going to have the criterias out there, your measuring procedures and criterias. What are the criterias? You're going to expand on those criterias, right? We're expanding on shifting right now on group gatherings. You think we're going to go back to like 30 or 40 or 50 or more gatherings? They've canceled like all the way up to Christmas already. Big events. Big events, any gatherings over 50 has been canceled pretty much, that I know of, right? And that's probably not going to come back this year at all, at all. Right? There's going to be a lot of social time out there with small groups and more intimate moments, I gather. But when you look at your shifts in your system, one of the big shifts is respect. Respect of the governing bodies, respect of the system needs to come back. Right? Look at the shift of the system, the positive side, and just look at your proof in the pudding. I talked about this. Look at the proof of the pudding. Look at the countries that were running operations like perfectly, not perfectly, but you know what I mean? Much better than what we were, much better than other countries, because their people naturally do it. Their people naturally respect each other, naturally respect each other's space and that kind of stuff. And they respect that the system might fail if too many people are sick, et cetera, right? And that's where it is. That's where it's at. Like the respect, it's that shift. When you see the good shift, hopefully there's another shift that happens where we go back to respect, where we go back to, on average, respect. On not the finger pointing respect, the disrespect, or not the accusation disrespect, or I'm not going to listen to what they tell me, disrespect. But and both sides, right? Both sides, top and bottom, right? You want your people to respect you, then lead with respect, right? So the saying applies, and I totally agree with everything that everybody says at times. But there's a lot of stuff out there, like I talk about that. I say, wow, you guys believe that? You really believe that? And there's a lot of good information that is given to believe that, and you can pick some great valuable information out of those conversations that are had. But the whole message, the agenda of the message, the intent of the message, and how it's put together, and when you start dissecting it, you realize it's a different agenda, right? Misinformation to fragment. There's a misinformation out there to fragment, and that's not good. That is not good. So if you looking at the positive side of what's going on, and you're looking at the focus of the commonality, the family commonality, the businesses, people learning how to restructure their business and restructure their organizations or restructure their family, everything that's going on, that's a good positive thing that will come out of that. And the other one that needs to happen, that shift, is a shift of respect. The shift of respect towards society, the shift of society in general, right? Respect, everybody's respect of governing bodies, of law enforcement, of measures and procedures and general standards, right? That kind of respect. If a message goes out, the message has to be valuable and no misinformation, but everybody has to follow it. So there's a lot of that shift has to happen there. Jean-Guy Bourguignon, EFA 27, wishing each and every one of you a fantastic Friday. Thank you.